My ex-husband wants to reconcile after he left me for his work wife because she turned out to be a nut job. So my ex-husband Tom, 35 male, left me for his work wife Tammy, 25 female, 2 years ago. I, 36 female, never liked her even before I found out about their relationship. The first time I met her at a work event, she told me while I was heavily pregnant with my youngest to better up your wife game or I might steal him from you. Well, 3 months later she did. This woman literally came with him to help pack the day he moved out and tried to have a one-on-one conversation on how she wanted our relationship going forward because she was going to be in my life. Then she said as a joke, "Told you I'd steal him away." Not gonna lie, I'm thankful she did. Because when my ex made a comment about her being 23 and her brain not being fully developed, I got the ick so bad it turned my heartbreak into relief. I got everything in the divorce because I caught him in his affair and gave him 50% custody for our kids' sake. I'm civil for the sake of my kids so we can both attend events without drama, but other than that I honestly couldn't care less about them. Around June, Tammy came instead of Tom to pick up the kids and practically skipped towards me to show off her engagement ring. She said she wanted me as a bridesmaid along with my daughters for something else. But I didn't catch it because I was in a rush to get our cat to the vet. She got upset because I just said him during the entire conversation with her because I got a text from Tom about it a few hours later. The same happened again in September when she told me she was pregnant and got upset when I gave 0F about it. In December, when she told me the second I opened the car door, "Tom's finally getting a son," to which I sarcastically replied, "I'm sure Lord Tom is excited for an heir to take over his lands and titles," which caused drama too because Tom's family found it hilarious when Tammy was bad-mouthing me. December was the last time I saw her till today at drop-offs with Tom. As they approached me, I noticed Tammy didn't look pregnant anymore. Tammy tearfully said, "We lost the baby." I didn't answer, just told Tom our second daughter has a birthday party tomorrow at 3 and that the oldest has gymnastics at 5. Tammy literally screamed at me that I was a heartless and bitter bee, then grabbed the girls' bags and walked away. Tom said I could show a little humanity towards Tammy because regardless of my feelings, she is my kid's stepmother. I told Tom I don't care about what he's going through because outside of our kids, I don't care about them. And I don't owe Tammy anything, especially pity. He called me in a hole along with other things and left. Usually this wouldn't bother me, but my ex-in-laws who I have a good relationship with have told me I should have shown Tammy some empathy and at the very least pretended to care for the sake of the kids. From the comments, "You should have filed for more custody. He isn't mentally well. She doesn't deserve us. Better person than me," cause when she said that at the party first meeting, "I'd have broke her nose if I was the same gender." You don't owe either of them anything aside from the little human interaction needed to make sure the kids are taken care of. He is a piece of S, and she's a terrible human who I'm sure I'm going to get flack for this bit, but got what she had coming. Karma. You are cordial and don't keep their father from seeing them. I'm going to take on good faith you don't badmouth him in your home when he isn't there. But the kids are. Interactions out of sight and earshot of the kids that are not sugar, rainbows and unicorns are not on you to make sure they are. She is an adulterer, homewrecker, self-centered narcissist who has been trying to rub this in your face and use your kids' emotions and well-being as a shield for herself from the consequences. F her. OP. No, I'd never badmouth him to the kids ever. Don't get me wrong, at the start of everything I did trash talk them both with my family and friends. But now I couldn't care less about them. Our oldest is 13, and we have a 12, 7 and 2 years old, so I'm going to let them form their own opinions as they grow older about their father and stepmother. I will say Tammy is a good stepmom, to which I'm glad. Update. So I texted Tom today due to Tammy's mental state. I'd prefer it if he or his mom would pick up the kids from now on. And if Tammy's mental health gets any worse, I want the girls to stay with me full-time for a couple of weeks till it's a healthier environment for the kids. Tom tried to call me, but I texted him. I prefer texts, and he said he wanted to have a heart-to-heart. Yeah, not gonna happen. I asked did it involve the girls and he said yes, but it's also about all of us going forward and the relationship he wishes for us to have. Basically, he wanted family therapy with himself, me, Tammy, and the kids. I said if he thinks the kids need to see a therapist, I would be happy to find one we both can agree on. But again, he just kept bringing it back to us. So after a few hours of knowing it was going nowhere, I just left him on read. I called my ex-in-laws, told them the situation, and how I don't want to be involved in any way with Tammy and Tom unless my kids are involved. I reminded them that I've expressed multiple times that I don't care, and I don't want anything more than a civil co-parenting relationship. I told them even though I value my friendship with the family and ex-in-laws, I will go low contact if it happens again. My mother-in-law apologized, saying she was very emotional. Because at the end of the day, Tom is her son, and he was heartbroken, plus the baby was her grandchild, which I completely understand, and I forgave her. Now here is where it gets weird. Tammy showed up to my house. Now I've watched enough true crime to know not to open the door, and I recorded her by the doorbell cam. She was crying, saying she was sorry, and she just wanted to be my friend. Then she said I needed to forgive her because she lost her baby as karma for what she did to me. She was saying other stuff, but I couldn't understand her. I rang the police, then my brother and Tom. She didn't get arrested or anything, but Tom talked to my brother. He said he was taking her home and agreed it's best if I have the kids full-time for now. My girls are at home safe, and my brother will be staying with me for the foreseeable future. I'll be seeing a lawyer first thing Monday about full custody and a restraining order because I have a sinking feeling it's gonna get worse. Before it gets brought up, I just kept telling Tammy leave my property because I don't want to hear it. I don't know why I was brought into this, because I was looking forward to my chill weekend. I also want to say, for the people in my last post calling me jealous or bitter, I have nothing to be jealous of. Someone who cheats on you isn't a prize. He is Tammy's problem now, and for those of you saying I don't care about my ex's life, means I'm not over him because I don't want to be friends with him or Tammy. Your ex moved on when they tell you to leave them alone. They're not playing hard to get. They just really don't want to talk to you. From the comments, I hope it gets better for you. But as you said, and I agree with you, it's going to get worse. I don't understand what it is that people want you to do. He cheated, left, and both of you moved on. Why should you care about his life? If it doesn't involve your children, it doesn't involve you. Your happiness trumps whatever he's got going on in his life. Oh, they want me to be the bitter, evil ex-wife to justify themselves, even though I feel nothing towards either of them. Like I'd have the same reaction if they told me that day they won the lottery. I've gotten to a place where I'm happy with my life and love it. Maybe they think that because I haven't gone on a date since the divorce, I still haven't moved on. But I haven't dated anyone because I don't want to. Single life is awesome, why ruin it? Update. I won't be updating till all the legal issues are over with and my own mental health is in a better place, so it could take up to 3 or 6 months. I spoke to a lawyer today. I'm obviously not going to go into details, but with all the evidence and witnesses on my side, I've got a good shot at getting full custody, but it's only day 1 and nothing has started yet. Tom saw me. It didn't go far thanks to my brother, but it left me very shaken. I agreed to let Tom come over to visit the kids whenever he wanted, so when he came over yesterday evening and went into the garden with the kids, I went for a shower. Coming out of the bathroom, he cornered me about wanting to talk. I told him it wasn't the time and told him either go out to the girls or leave. He started saying he made a mistake. Tammy was a nut job and he wanted to come home to us. I told him get the F out of my house, and there is no us, so he started saying stuff. I physically can't type without breaking down. Then he tried to force a makeout session, to put it politely. Thankfully, my brother heard and came running. Unfortunately, the kids heard everything when my brother and Tom started fighting. I was in complete shock at the time to try to do anything to help the situation, even when Tom was being taken away. I was too scared to move and couldn't comfort my crying children, not my proudest moment. Remember I said before I adopted older cats, I put cameras through common areas in my home to watch them while I'm at work. One of those areas is the hall between my room and the bathroom. I don't know what to do with Tom going forward, but I know I can't face him ever again, even with supervision from my father or brother who both work in law enforcement. Tammy sent hundreds of messages to me and my 2 oldest kids, but I can't block her by my lawyer's request. My ex-in-laws have reached out and told me they'll help me with whatever way I need. His sisters have disowned him, but this is still all very new, and they might change their mind. I plan on moving after everything gets sorted, so I won't ever cross Tammy's path. Thank you all for your love and support. Hopefully, I can give you all a positive update in the future. From the comments, oh my God, that's horrifying. I'm so sorry for you and your children. Can you clarify, when you say he was taken away, you mean arrested, correct? Since you have video proof and your brother is a cop. They were called the moment he had to come protect you, right? OP. Not the brother that's living with me, but my other brother. I have 3. Sorry for the confusion. I haven't slept yet, and yes, neighbors called the police due to the screaming. I'm sorry if the post came off as rambling.